Why do you have to be so difficult? Oh my gosh, it's the new Android update just made it so much worse too. Anyway, hey, hi, hello, and howdy. Welcome to Dark and Creepy Diamond Paintings Figure It Out Friday, where mystery meets sparkle and every canvas hides a chilling surprise. Each week, we chip away at the unknown, one square at a time, trying to guess what the hell we're making before the drills tell all. Is it a monster? A meme? A masterpiece? Well, you'll just have to stick around and figure it out with me. This is not your grandma's crafting channel. Nay, nay, my friends. This is Figure It Out Friday, and the mystery starts now. It actually started about 10 minutes ago, but when I couldn't figure out, hi guys, how to get into my own live. Yes, isn't that special? So special. How is everybody doing this morning? Now I need to find you guys, and me too, on my channel so that I can commune with you. Otherwise, you're gonna be stuck with sundown. I mean, hey, that's
devastating.
Yeah, it's pretty devastating. Not looking for past live streams, looking for the current one. Look, it's not even on here. What is happening with life right now? Hi. I'm a professional.
Right there. Yay.
Yay! I found me.
Okay, so
I found myself.
there you go. Since you missed the chat.
Okay, so hi Tracy. Hi Setafina. Hi Lisa. I figured we would have some of the people from abroad aboard today, considering the time of morning. Kristen saw what time it was, and she was like, yep, nope, catch it on replay. I'll be sleeping. I'm going to be in bed.
Is that a new person?
Hi, Pia. How are you? Good morning, G. Lily. Yep, we're working on our Figure It Out Friday. It's so close to being done. I could not justify giving you guys a video that we're just going to finish this bad boy. And the next time you see it after this, it is going to be a grand finale reveal and post review, kit down, kit up situation. So I was like, I'm so close to the end of this canvas that it's not, honestly wasn't worth the filming and editing time to put something together and then just turn around and like plop, 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 finish it. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to turn around with you singing like that.
I turn around and find the mute button. Which mystery is this?
This is DAC's mystery kit number 36, and that is why I have it zoomed in, so those who don't want spoiled won't get spoiled. Now, I've been trying to keep it as spoiler optional as possible. I encourage people not to spoil it in chat or in comments for people who like the surprise, which is kind of why we're doing this series. But yeah, I'm also guarding in case there's people that want to watch a mystery canvas from DAC get completed but don't want to see what it actually is at the end. Don't want it spurled.
You don't have to look it up. It is Splinter riding a horse.
It is not. Sundown is convinced that it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle character Splinter riding a horse, or Krampus
on a reindeer.
On a zombified reindeer. So he has spoiled it for us.
Either one is good. All right, so
the next one we're going to do is DAC Mystery Kit number 35. I have that one in my stash, and it has been requested next. So that's what we'll be doing once this one's completed.
See, Lisa, see, Krampus would be cool. That's from Lisa. So, see? All right, so Nighthawk, it is midnight there. Paya? It's 5:09 p.m. in Finland.
Wow. Yeah, it's 9 a.m. where I am at right now, and it's 7 a.m. on one side of the country and 10 a.m. on the other side of the country, and I'm smack dab in the middle. So it's morning hours here. Oh, good. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, I bought these forever and a day ago, back when DAC, when their definition of horror and dark fantasy actually could most likely indicate horror and dark fantasy. You fall for that shenanigans now, and you're probably going to get some like Tinkerbell with I don't know, a hole in her wing, and they're going to call that horror. So I got the last, I feel like personally I got the last of a generation of canvases where you could trust that dark fantasy is actually going to be a dark fantasy and horror is actually going to be a horror and not a cartoonization of it or a softening of it. Snowflake flavored horror, yes. Unicorn farts and fairy dust sprinkles everything, and they call it horror. But it's a people argue, and I'm sorry, I'm going to tick some people off here. Here we go. But like, I know a popular artist, Ines Guerrero. She does a lot of the pagan, like witch, you know, I guess for lack of better term, generically witch type canvases, and that's like edgy and like dark and raw, and I'm just like, guys, that's nothing. What is that? Oh, it's a tortured girl with a pretty face. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's not horror. Keep trying. Try again. That's about as dark as they get anymore over there. So, and I really don't think it's all that dark. So, it's just a artistic style more than it is a genre. But sorry if I upset anyone. It's not my jam. That's not my jam. Although, word on the street is I'm going to have something in that artistic style come across my desk at some point in the future, undetermined yet, but it's gonna be in that general art style. I'll do it this time. It's not my personal favorite, but I know a lot of people do like that kind of appearance.
All right, Tracy, thank you for stopping by.
Oh, all right, Tracy. Well, thanks for hanging out. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, that's so annoying. I hate to zoom you out because I don't want to reveal too much for those who don't want to see too much. I tried to cover some of my space, but it's triggering my camera to zoom in and out, and that's got to be nauseating. It's making me nauseous. There we go. Yeah, Rokari does have some really good horror, arguably the best quality, and, you know, as far as materials and art, there's just not much competition either. You know, there's not a lot of anywhere else we can go for truly dark horror type of. Is my camera still doing it? Yes, look at that. That's annoying. Just don't look at the screen, guys. I don't know what to tell you. This Android update that came out, that was not anyone's behindy. That's Sundown. Well, it's Sundown's behindy in the chair. Wait, I can't. No, it's all right. It's all right.
That is not the chair. That is my behindy. I don't care.
No, I forgot what I was saying now. Sundown distracted me.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's focusing on the end of the pen, and it's just like making me nauseous. But the Android update, that's right. So they did this Android update. What's it been, like a month ago now?
It's been something. It's been nothing but headaches.
I did see that, but there is a lot of controversy around that diamond painting shop. I saw People are saying like, hey, I want to order, but I'm still waiting on my canvas from April, and I'm not ordering anything else until I get that.
April.
There's been people claiming that they never got their canvases at all. The owner, stopped communicating and things like that. There is a lot of controversy surrounding that shop right now. I do not feel comfortable dropping that kind of money. Emmy Boz and Gus Fink are some of my favorite kind of gothy artists. I was actually going to do a big haul of theirs when they were with Pam Diamond Painting, because I wanted their art. And before I could hit purchase on the cart, it disappeared and they severed ties and they were no longer available. So I would keep an eye on it. I would also go to the Facebook page and read the comments if they're not deleting them. I know I've had some people sending me screenshots of some posts and some comments that they don't look too good. It doesn't speak well to the company. So I have a canvas I received at the beginning of February. What was missing? 1 color drills. Almost 5 months later, still don't have the 1,300 missing drills despite the multiple Yeah, I've heard that too. Promises, promise. It's coming. It's coming. I will. I'm working on it. And then it never comes to pass.
That's not good business.
Now there's Melana right there as a personal community, community contact, personal information straight. Not just my word for it. You know what I'm saying? Heard a lot over at Kristen's community too about this shop over the last few months. So yeah, that's why I didn't jump on the Gus Fink and Emmy Boz. It was super tempting, but from what I'm hearing, no, I'm not trying to play games. I'm not, and I don't have the temperament. I don't have the temperament for the runaround. I don't want to turn ugly, because it would make me ugly. Yeah. No, it's because they don't want the bad publicity on their Facebook page. That's why they said take it to DMs. I'm sure those people started there. You know what I'm saying? So, yep, if you've bought from them or you're going to buy from them, I would hate to discourage you. I don't have any personal firsthand experience myself. I'll make that clear. I just know what I'm seeing and hearing from other creators, from the community, from posts, the word on the street. So use caution, use your best judgment, keep all your receipts. Maybe use something like PayPal, where you can potentially argue for a chargeback if it becomes necessary. That would be my advice. Yeah. Oh, I know. A lot of people are in the same boat, Melana.
I'd be ordering my drills from someplace else.
Well, I've heard the owner's very communicative for a while. And, but then if it's something that she can't resolve or whatever, then she becomes a ghost.
Yeah, she ordered one and asking for tracking now. She said it was a hefty price.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not risking it. There are more people that have not received their canvases ever. And I'm not talking like in a couple weeks and they're impatient. I'm saying like months and months and months. And they keep getting the runaround from the shop, the owner, whoever's running the shop, whatever, that I'm just not willing to risk it personally.
Yo.
Yeah, I've heard too many bad things. I'm not willing to risk it. So, a lot of times, people come to YouTube channels, diamond painting channels, as an example, but it's for anything gaming and stuff like that, to get information and find out what's out there and stuff. But you sometimes got to read between the lines a little bit. If you see that there's like, hey, I know about this diamond painting company, but like, there's been a couple videos here and there, or somebody did a one-off. They did one video and then never again, or they did one or two and then they, never again. Or there's not too many channels reviewing this seemingly amazing company. That's a sign. I mean, what we say is often what we don't say or show is often as loud or louder. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be disparaging toward anyone when I don't have a personal experience. I just have personal knowledge. I just have people that I trust, that I know personally, that have not had a positive experience. And then I know what everybody else can see on Facebook and stuff. So might be the greatest diamond painting shop in the world. I'm not willing to risk it. That's just me. It's a lot of money to
$200. That's 3 days worth of groceries.
But yeah, Rokari for horror, she's it. She's kind of it right now. I mean, there is Temu, which, I mean, some people don't like the budget stuff, and that's cool, but I'm telling you, they do have some really good turnouts. I did a Medusa last year. Beautiful Medusa. Turned out phenomenal. I just finished the skulls and the roses.
That turned out amazing.
Turned out phenomenal. I more often than not have really, really good turnouts from Temu canvases, more often than I have fails.
That's where you got my Viking canvas too, wasn't
it? The Viking. Yep. And they do have some decent twisted horror type stuff. And then we had Raven Diamond Art. I mean, I don't know. There was mixed feelings about that. She was a horror diamond painting shop, but kind of, I don't know, midway through the shop's career, kind of started introducing softer images by customer request, which is understandable. Your customers want something, you're going to do what you can to provide it. But once those softer images started kind of creeping in, it sort of became, I think, a little bit less popular with the hardcore horror image people. And so it kind of caused a little division there in terms of, gosh, camera, would you stop? Android update, I hate you. Let it be known now, Android, if you ever come across, I'm going to say your name 10 times and maybe it'll pop up in your queue. Android, Samsung. I really hate the UI updates that you've done to try to turn my Android phone into an iPhone, because you've screwed up my phone so bad. All the settings, all the, everything.
Hey. I don't have that problem. It's that whole AI that they...
I know, the AI is basically trying to mimic an iPhone's AI. And it's like, there's some buttons I can't even push now because they're blocked by other buttons, and there's no way to turn it off or fix it, or... It's just settings that can't be fixed unless you go through like some...
And this is like a real bad bugaboo, because like on her phone, she used to be able to turn the phone off by holding the side button. Now you have to go through settings and all this other... It takes a 5-second turn off the phone to reset. Now takes a minute to find where the button is, and you got to end up asking the AI to end up powering everything off because it's hidden.
Yeah, I used to just have to hit my power button, but my power button is no longer a power button. My power button is now a computerized butler. And so I keep trying to turn off my phone or restart my phone, and instead I get this butler and they've hidden the button so well that I can't find it on my own. So I have to say, hey, AI, can you do this thing? Can you power down my phone? Can you restart it? I have to ask for its help because the button is so hidden now. And literally, it used to be the power button on the side.
Yeah, they've messed everything up.
You could before, but now with the Gemini. You've done it with the Gemini? Because I or whatever that thing is called, because I still can't figure out how to make certain changes. Like the camera, I had all my camera settings done and everything, and it just totally wiped them all out, and now it's telling me that it can't do it. So now you're seeing this thing where it looks like you're constantly, like right now, zooming in on my pen, zooming in on my canvas, zooming in on my pen. I have spent hours, I have watched videos, I have read forums, I have tried everything that everyone has said to try, and there are some things that cannot by me be fixed. Going live, I cannot go live with someone else anymore, and it was really hard to go live this time because and last time, because the go live button is hidden under the home, back, and apps button. I mean, like, you can't push a button that's covered by another button, and I can't make those buttons seem to go elsewhere. Ooh, thank you. Photo that, screenshot that.
I am once I get a couple more.
Because
I've also got to look into how to turn that autofocus off on there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's so, my phone, I loved my phone the way it was. It didn't ask for this update. I didn't get a warning that it was going to totally foobar my phone. And every time they keep doing a patch, another update to fix the update before it makes everything wonky again. And I'm just like, I am so frustrated.
Well, iPhone did that new update. Look at my battery life now.
Yeah, and my battery life. Yeah, and that's why, like, me and Kristen have had to put a pause on our spilling the tea. Also, one of the reasons, because I can't join. Wait, I can join hers, but I can't invite somebody else to join mine. It's something to do with the, or maybe can I join hers? I can't remember. Is that why we're not doing them?
You can join hers, but you can't. You can do it live, but you can't.
I can't host it. I can't host it. Yeah, anymore. And the last one that we did, poor Kristen, she had to host it, film it, upload it, and then I had to. No, she had to send it to me in a Google Drive, so I could download it and edit it and post it. It's the stupidest thing. It should not have been that way.
Yeah, her AI didn't do that. It just, would you like to power it off?
I don't know what's going on. It's frustrating, but
yeah, why try to fix something that's not broken? I never understood that.
That's why everybody's so ticked off. They were like, if I had wanted an iPhone, I would have bought an iPhone. There's a reason why I didn't, because I don't want it. But yeah, we're talking about the art thing. Yeah, there was Raven, and now they're gone. They had at the end, they had some horror, a mixture of horror, some softer core stuff, and now we've got Temu. We've got, if you want budget and don't mind budget and don't mind shopping there. Some people have a thing about shopping on Temu. They don't particularly like it, or are worried about information, their personal information, card information, stuff like that. I've heard historically. I've never had an issue with Temu personally, but
or
AliExpress, yeah. They have some decent twisted and horror, some pretty unique ones. But again, Now with the tariffs, they're a little bit more expensive. Even the local warehouse stuff has a little bit of a fee because, I mean, it had to get into that warehouse from somewhere, somehow, right? You know, they're playing it off like, hey, no import fees charged. Well, no, because you increase the price to cover.
This canvas is still $7.42. Tax is $27.44. Shipping is $99.99. Still same low pricing.
This is, yeah, so it's
What if I come pick it up? Convenience fee, $127.85.
I mean, yeah, they would too. Oh my gosh, it's making me sick. All the I want to zoom out a little bit more, but man, I really don't want to ruin the. Let's see if that helps.
$40 minimum order on Temu
For Aussie.
Oh.
Yeah, buy again. Hey, you want this free thing? Add one more item. Oh, you got to add one more item to get 2 free things. You know, no.
I'll be sending them up.
I just get what I want to get out. Usually I wait until I can spend 100 or 2, and I just get a whole big, huge haul. I'm going to have to figure something out because I'm running out of spicy canvases. And I would usually get them from AliExpress, but their selection has greatly reduced from what they were historically. So there's less of a selection. And you see tons of posts for them, but when you open them up, it's a lot of repeat posts. Like, oh, that was 10 scrolls up, you know, like it's the same crap being repeated at me. And I am definitely going to get a Rokari one to check out and do, but love me some Rokari. I don't have the wallet to every month or two be buying a new spicy. I need some budget ones to help fluff the stash. You know what I'm saying? My money tree is a little dry this year.
Hello, Bassin Girl.
Hi, Bassin Girl. Oh, that sounds cool. I think that was, that's one of those, I've seen that image around a lot. Combined with others, you know, other killers in there, and sometimes by himself. Big guy, we're running for people that have, for those of us that have not the average taste or like to dabble, even if you're a dabbler, it's really hard to find anything really darker. Really, whether it's a mystery kit or a full-blown kit, it's hard to find anything spicy that's not cartoony, or you know what I mean, and actually spicy. It's hard to find actual twisted horror. I mean, everybody thinks we want these big elven-eared, doe-eyed, you know, big busted, cutesy girls with like blood dripping out of their eyes or something, and that's what they're calling horror, you know, or dark art. And I'm just like, no. Rokari gets it. Raven got it, but Temu gets it occasionally. I do recall they had a Chucky canvas that I bought just because it said Chewicki instead of Chucky. They threw an I in his name and it said Chewicki. And I was like, oh, look at that. But yeah, I mean, if you don't like unicorn farts and fairy dust, it's very hard to shop anywhere. It's very hard to find a shop anywhere. And then when you do find a shop, it's pretty pricey. I know that there's a couple that have been recommended to me as having some spicier canvases, but, and that's okay. Once in a while, I'll do that. Every couple canvases, but I don't know how much people think that YouTube channels earn. But I have yet to see a check that's enough to support buying being able to regularly buy multiple higher double digit, lower triple digit canvases on the regular to support the channel. You know what I mean? So I need a budget option. Need budget options to go in to intermingle with the expensive. I've heard the one with the diamond art has an 18 plus section, and I've checked it out a while back. Was not seeing anything that appealed to me personally. It was kind of the almost graphic novel-y, cartoony looking a little bit.
I'll be right back in. The heat is getting up, so I'm going to go check on everyone.
Okay. Alrighty. But, yeah. Hi, Living My Spirit. How you doing? So, I mean, I looked. I need to go look again. I know there are some options there available. It's just nothing that I like the more realistic if I can. But beggars can't be choosers, so. Yep. So hopefully, yeah, you can still see quite a bit of this canvas. Sorry, guys, but I'm trying to like mask it the best I can for those who don't want to, you know, fully give it away. Now I'm going to have that song in my head. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Yeah, I know a while back I've been asked to find some diversity in that arena. Because usually it's just, you know, what you would find stereotypically, you know, hot dudes and cutesy girls, and I was asked to find a little bit of diversity in subject matter, and that's proven a bit. There's very, very little out there. Something I'm researching, something I'm kind of facing. We'll see what happens, but I definitely am going to check out a Rokari adult canvas so we can see what's up with that in the tier 3 channel membership. If you're interested, that's where you can find that sort of stuff. Classy and tasteful, of course. It's an art area, not other. So yeah, golly, tired, you guys. We have had a rough. That's why there's been no videos this week, but you got 2 lives instead. It has been a rough week in the Mushy household. We have had to take Miss Leah. We did go. She works like 30 miles away. So she went to work the other day and she called crying. And I'm like, oh no. Had to drop everything, go pick her. We had to go pick her up and her car. I had to take her to urgent care. And we were there for like an eternity, wasted. I mean, literally like a whole day wasted. And they were like, finally were like, we don't see anything. You're fine. Here's a note. They didn't give her a brace, an ace bandage, pain meds, nothing. Said they didn't see anything on the x-ray. Go home. Take it easy. Ice it if you feel like it. Don't if you don't. Go to work tomorrow. Bye-bye. Well, she came home and she woke up the next morning and she came out and she was crying. I came out and, you know, she was out here and she was like crying. And I said, are you sniffling because your nose is running, or are you like crying? What's happening? She's like, I'm crying. I'm like, what's wrong? She's like, my foot is swollen up like a balloon. There's bruising. I can't put any weight on it. I've got both of the I have to use both of the crutches now. Like, it's gotten worse. They said I was okay, and I don't think I'm okay. And I'm like, all right, well, yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. So I was like, okay, well, we have options here. I'm like, you're an adult. She's an adult. She's about to turn 25. So like I can make recommendations, but I can't dictate anymore. So I'm like, here are your choices. One is you suck it up, buttercup, and you go to work and, this afternoon, like you're scheduled, and that's that. Or we take you to the other medical facility in town. There's two medical groups. There's NEA and there's St. Bernard's. This time, for the first exam, we went to NEA this time. We were like, let's try our luck with NEA. And that's the one that's just poo-poo sent her home without anything. A note giving her the rest of the day off, but that was like it. And I really, really feel like they dismissed her as a young girl who was trying to get out of work for the summer type of thing. Just they took one look at her, talked to her, and were like, yeah, you're just trying to get out of work so you can go hang out with your friends at summer. You're, something or another type of blowing her off, right? But anyway, I'm like, we can go to the other medical group, St. Bernard's. We can go to their urgent care, or we can go to their emergency room. You can get a second opinion, get re-examined, see if they missed something, or you can go to work, or you can call off. Those are your choices. And she was like, if you guys don't mind, if somebody could take me, because it's her driving foot. If somebody could take me, I would really appreciate you taking me to the other medical. We'll go to urgent care, start there, because I don't want to be in the emergency room all day if I don't have to, and see if they can do anything for me. So Sundown took her to St. Bernard's urgent care. They did another x-ray and came back and said, oh, well, you were there, Sundown. It was very hard to see, but it looked like there could be a hairline fracture, a stress fracture.
No, they said they couldn't. They said to come back in 7 days if it's still hurting, because the swelling was so severe that NEA didn't see, but St. Bernard's did.
Yeah, and they took the x-ray, nothing jumped out at them, right? But they said it could be a hairline fracture.
Yeah, it could be a hairline fracture or
a stress break,
right.
Like the bones are stressed and about to break.
And they said that the swelling was so bad that x-ray would not show it up. So if it's still hurting in 7 days, do come back, because by then swelling will be down and they'll be able to get a better picture of it.
Yeah, and they gave her a prescription for 800 milligrams of ibuprofen.
Yep.
And they prescribed her a walking cast boot.
And they put her in an ace bandage too.
And they put an ace bandage on her. That was something the other place didn't do any of that. They didn't give her pain meds. They didn't give her an ace bandage. They didn't give her a walking cast boot situation. They did nothing. They did nothing. And they saw nothing. And then she woke up, she took a nap when she got home from work yesterday.
Yeah, the bruising started kicking in.
And her foot, the bruising started coming in. Her foot's really swollen. There's all kinds of black and purple bruises now popping up on her foot that weren't there the first time she went to the urgent care. But yeah, it turns out that yes, there is a good chance that there is at least a hairline fracture on her foot after all. And they sent her home walking on it at the first urgent care.
Yeah, they were like, oh, no break. Okay, bye.
Yep. And had her walking on it, and she was in so much pain. She was crying, and it was awful. I mean, how do you... I can understand how you miss something like that, especially when there's a lot of swelling, but why not take some precautionary measures like the other urgent care did with the ace bandage and the pain medication, and telling her to follow up in 7 days if the pain's not gone to recheck for a break? Makes no sense to me. I hate it. I shouldn't say I hate it here. I love it here. I love where we live. I love the country. The medical care here, I hate.
It's pathetic.
And is it everywhere though? Or is it like this in a majority of places here? I just don't know if it's like a local thing or if this is like we're pumping out doctors with Cracker Jack freaking.
One, I think it's local. Two, I think it's everywhere if you're not a man. If you're a male, then you get better care. Sorry, but it's true. And it's BS.
Yeah, I mean, it is appalling. My experience has been, it's very sexist and very ageist here. I mean, you're too young to be having a stroke. I am a middle-aged white female, so obviously I wasn't having a stroke. I was suffering from a panic attack. And wouldn't you know, you have anxiety disorder in your medical record, so obviously that's what it is. Dismissed, I mean, the amount of times that I get told I'm too young. Oh, well, we're not really going to consider this, this option because you're way too young for that. I'm like, cancer doesn't care how old you are. Strokes do not care how old you are. Heart attacks don't care how old you are. Stop. Just stop. Just do the workup.
But the driving is terrible, but they do take better care of you up there at the hospital I go to.
What now?
I said it's a far drive, but the hospital that I was going to, the doctors and stuff, they are taking better care of you up there.
Yeah, they are. The St. Louis hospital does better, but man, it's just
drive.
Yeah, and then the more you argue with the doctors, like, no, I really think I'm having a stroke. I really need help. Please help me. Oh, you're just hysterical. You just need to calm down. No. It's really frustrating. It's scary too because there's some other medical stuff that I don't really want to get too personal into, but it necessitated me needing a transfusion, and I feel like I was completely disregarded.
Oh, yeah.
That appointment, how do I say this without... I went to the emergency room, actively losing an unimaginable amount of blood. So much that I became anemic, passed out, which is what brought me there. And I was actively in that situation when I went in there. So much, it was a situation where it couldn't be tamed or contained. Okay. And even though I was in that position, they did the bare minimum for me until my vitals got stable. They did a test, found a couple tumors, told me I needed an oncologist that was not available in the region, and then sent me home in the same condition that I walked in. So they didn't really fix anything. Like, if you didn't know which car was mine, you could have followed the trail, if that says anything.
Well, I mean, you can't say they sent you home the same as you went in, because like you did come home with some nice bruises of them not being able to find your veins.
And I did get some nice towels, because their big fix for me was basically for me to grab a handful of their towels and try to staunch the blood loss with those towels instead of them doing something to help. It was bad. It was really, really bad. And it was blown off as, oh,
You'll be all right.
you'll be all right. Just regular female issues. Nope, turns out I have a couple of tumors on my uterus. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for sending me home, like, actively passing out because, I mean, I was losing as much blood as if maybe I had suffered a minor stab wound, like a stab wound that had not hit a major organ type of bleeding.
Well, I mean, you're talking about how bad it was. I thought I was at a slaughterhouse.
Thanks.
No, I mean, it was that bad and that scary. I was scared.
Well, yeah, and then when I had to leave because they discharged me and I had to leave, they couldn't even, like, provide me with anything. I literally had to
we're out.
steal a bunch of their, like, I don't know, some white, like, hand towel type things and stuff them in my pants so that I could get home. I mean, how do you leave someone who's actively, you know? I was like, sorry about your wheelchair. It's your doctor who put me in it. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Your insurance will cover a new one. Sons of biscuits.
Yeah, I mean, I've just had nothing but bad luck. I just don't understand how somebody's losing so much blood that they're passing out and they need a transfusion and you're just going to discharge them and send them away still actively in that position that caused them.
Yeah, but you were like 1 point from being.
Yeah, they got me to 1 point, one like numerical point from needing to be hospitalized.
Bye.
Yep, they got me 1 point above stable, and they were like, "Okay, bye."
I think it was 7 is where you had to have the infusion, and they got you to 7.01. Oh, you're good. Bye.
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Hate to talk about that kind of stuff. It's kind of, some people might find it gross, but hi, nature. Sorry, can't help it. And I'm not going into graphic detail, but I'm just trying to, like, you fill in the blanks.
Oh, everyone's doing good out there too.
Okay, good deal. But yeah, no, I got disregarded as someone who, you're just, honey, it's nature. At your age, you should expect this kind of stuff by now. I mean, it's your natural. You just you're having a heavier day. I'm like, no, heavier days do not, make you anemic and make you pass out and, literally soak beach towels. And
I'd have been like, if it has to do with my age, shouldn't it be at the end where this stops?
I'm like, yeah, is this her last? Are you trying to say this is her last hurrah, or like what's happening here? Nope. Turns out I had a couple tumors that developed on my uterus.
Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah! Be done with me.
Yeah, but they couldn't be bothered.
No.
Just dismissed me. And that's happened a lot of times over the last couple years.
Luckily, our daughter has been treated.
Well, her stuff has been more minor.
Yeah.
She doesn't have the rarity of things.
I think that's why they give you so much issue down here, because like half the stuff you talk about, they look at you like, what is that? And you've only had one doctor that has gone in like, give me a minute, I'm going to research because this is new to me.
Yeah, I've only had one doctor in my PCM that actually could admit, I have never heard of this before. Can you tell me what it is again? Could you spell it? Can you show me in your, my chart and stuff? Okay. And give me a minute. I'd like to research about this because I've never heard of this before, and educated himself on it. That was fantastic. Otherwise, I get just, a lot of times, even with emergency room and urgent care, and my medical records are obviously available in their system for them to look at. And it doesn't matter. Can't be bothered to actually like just click a few things on your tablet, and would you look into you'll see that what I'm telling you is true. But they're like, no, those are benign tumors, and once benign, always benign. I'm like, generally, yes, but I have a rare type of tumor that does have a malignancy switch. It's like there's only 2% of tumors that people can get that have the ability to go from benign to malignant, and I am in that 2%. So I need your help, please.
Could you please just... heard of that.
Oh, no. I think you're mistaken. Open your tablet, press the buttons, and look for yourself. It's been confirmed by the Mayo Clinic. Are you saying that the Mayo Clinic is full of crap? Did you, little Arkansas podunk doctor, know better than the Mayo Clinic? Because I find that laughable. It's sad when you have to argue.
Well, I need to
and
see
advocate for yourself.
I need to see this kind of doctor that. Oh well, we don't have one.
Yeah, you need to see a liver oncologist. All right, go ahead and refer me. Well, we don't actually have one here.
Yeah, even your PCM said get your stuff done in St. Louis at Barnes.
Yeah. Or they'll be like, oh, well, you need a liver oncologist. Okay, go ahead and refer me. I'll wait here. And they're like, oh, but we don't have one here. Is there anything you can do here?
Memphis, Little Rock. No, the whole state doesn't have one.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Aggravating.
Well, we can't be the only ones that have cruddy what really scares me is that I've learned that doctors don't always know what they're talking about, that they can be wrong, that sometimes you need to advocate for yourself. But my father refuses. The doctor is the expert, and whatever they say is gospel. And he has cancer. He has prostate cancer. And I'm just like, Dad, there are certain things that he tells me, and I'm like, Dad, please get a second opinion. Dad, can you please ask your doctor these questions, because he didn't answer these questions and they're very important. Dad, can you? And he's just like, nope. The doctor says. And I'm like, Dad, no, we have good doctors here. The doctor says. And I'm like, okay, cool. But in this day and age, we have to advocate for ourselves anymore. I'm sorry, medical professionals. I don't mean to insult you if you come across this channel and hear this. I don't mean to insult you, but maybe it'll, just knowing that there are people like me that go through heck just to get basic medical care for my conditions, do better.
We had one doctor down here. He was a derm. And he was really, really good. And he graduated from WashU. And he was down here for a couple of years. And then I went in to see him about something. He was like, look me up in St. Louis, because I'm going back up there. I can't do this down here anymore. And I'm like, wow, that bad.
Yeah, and you know what? And here, second opinions I think are, especially if it depends. I mean, do I need a second opinion, or would I recommend somebody get a second opinion over a scraped knee or something, maybe even a minor, broken toe or something like that? No, probably not. I mean, if you're comfortable and it sounds right and all that stuff, then probably not. Those are pretty basic things. But like, for example, I mean, it was pretty bad in California too. When they first discovered my tumors, I had gone into the I'd been referred to gastroenterology because I was having difficulty swallowing solids and hadn't been able to do so for about 1.5 years. Yeah, true story about Leah. That was it just wasn't right. They just dismissed her. I was like, nope. As much pain as she's in, she's not a liar or a drama mama. So I knew something more was going on. But like, I went to the gastroenterologist because I had been having trouble consuming solid food. There were some digestive symptoms that were problematic for me. And I had this ache in my right side, and I was constantly nauseous, and couldn't keep food down, and things were getting pretty gnarly, and it lasted longer than like a flu or whatever. So I got referred to the gastroenterology, and they ran me through the MRI, called me in. I knew something was up when they called me in after hours. They said, okay, well, we got your MRI results back. We haven't released them to you yet. The doctor wants to talk to you about them in person. Can you come in sometime between 5:15 and 6 p.m.? Like, is there, and I knew their office closed at 5. And I was like, yeah, I can be there at 5:15. So I go up there, and the doctor pulls me into the back and sits me down and says, okay, I'm going to give you a notepad and paper so you can write down any questions you have, because what I'm about to tell you is pretty significant. And I was like, oh boy, what are we doing here? And he's like, I'm sorry to tell you, but after reviewing your MRI results, it's the radiologist's opinion. And I consulted with several other gastroenterologists in the department. We've come to the conclusion that what we're looking at here based on images is stage 4 metastatic liver cancer. You have so many tumors, and they're of such a size that we need to get you to an oncologist, but it doesn't look good. And I was like, I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Because I was shocked.
You need to repeat.
I was shocked. And he was like, you have stage 4 metastatic liver cancer. It's pretty severe. You need to get to an oncologist like right away. And so they referred me to some oncologists locally, and I went and saw them. And they were like, well, we're not going to support that diagnosis based on images alone. We need a biopsy. And I'm like, sounds reasonable. I like that. Let's do that. Well, they ended up botching my biopsy. They did 16 pokes. I had over 24 tumors, and they tried 16 times and missed all of them, apparently. And it was an ultrasound guided biopsy, and they were supposed to film like footage of them making contact with the tumor and collecting the samples as part of their protocol or whatever. And somehow the footage got lost or erased, or they didn't have the footage from the biopsy to prove that they hit actual tumors and collected. Because that biopsy came back with no tumor data. And he said, my best guess is that it was cirrhosis. And I said, well, can I see the footage? I want to, that's why you have the footage. I want to see that you guys like actually hit the tumors, because I was told I saw them on the MRI. I saw the tumors. I know they're there. And he went to pull up the footage, and well, that's strange. There's no footage file attached here. I don't know.
Ain't strange. You missed 16 times. They're not keeping that.
Yeah. And so then I had 2 diagnoses: stage 4 metastatic liver cancer or cirrhosis of the liver, no tumor. So those are 2 drastically different diagnoses. So I'm like, okay, third opinion for a tiebreaker. I went to another oncologist, and they looked at the images, and then they looked at the biopsy stuff. I went up to Stanford, actually, which in California, Stanford is like the medical authority there. And I went and saw an oncologist at Stanford. They put me back through the MRI machine, and they came back with, well, we don't see dozens of tumors. We only saw 5, and they look like focal nodular hyperplasia. Innocent, benign, you'll be fine. No big deal. And I'm like, okay, so now I'm told I have stage 4 metastatic liver cancer and I'm dying. Then I'm told I have no tumors and I have cirrhosis. Then I'm told I only have 5 tumors and they're innocent. So I'm like, I need another opinion because they're all different. They were all different opinions, all from specialists. And I'm just like, okay, am I dying? Am I not dying? Who knows? I mean, it's like a roulette now. And so then I got another opinion from another local oncologist who said, hey, we did our MRI and we saw about a dozen tumors and we think they're hepatic adenomas. Also, fine, benign, whatever. And I'm like, all right, so here's a fourth here's a fourth diagnosis, different kind of tumor. So then I just said, you know what, screw all of you. Screw all of you. I found the nearest cancer treatment center. I was looking for Cancer Treatment Centers of America because they're like, I guess, the leader in cancer treatment in America. But the closest thing I could find was something called City of Hope Cancer Treatment Center down by LA. And I called them and I spoke with them and I submitted my medical records to them for review. And the oncologists in the liver or in the gastro-oncology department reviewed my file, and the head of that department, the head of the hospital's gastro-oncology, took my file. He took my case. He's like, this is ridiculous. This woman is being told, 4 or 5 different diagnoses here, and they botched her first biopsy, and like, we need to find out, what's going on exactly here. And so it was a 10-hour round trip, 5 hours there, 5 hours back, but it was so worth it because he was like, starting from scratch. We're going to do a new biopsy. We're going to do another endoscopy, colonoscopy. We're also going to biopsy your pancreas while we're in there and take a look, gallbladder, take a look at everything. You're getting a full-blown workup, lady. And blood, we're going to do cancer markers and everything. And then we're submitting all of our samples to the Mayo Clinic for confirmation. And then we'll sit down and talk about your results. So he's like, you're not going to have to take my word for it. We're going to get everything that we think and all the data we get. We're going to have the Mayo Clinic review it so that you can trust what we're telling you. And I'm like, ooh, I like that. So that's how I found out that I have this super ultra mega rare kind of tumor. Inflammatory hepatic adenomas themselves are not the most rare type of tumor on a liver ever, but it's the subtype. It's the type beta catenin. That's the rarity. It's the kind that has the chance to turn malignant, and these have a kind of an alarming rupture rate that could take me out too. So I have to worry about them rupturing, and I have to worry about them turning malignant. And my latest MRI kind of looks like, from what the report said, kind of looks like there might be some carcinoma development on one of the new tumors that have popped up. So going to see about that in July, amongst other things. But yeah, that was my treatment in California. My first diagnosis was that I had maybe 3 to 6 months to live, and then I needed to get my affairs in order. Hi, Kristen.
Is your brain ever fully on?
It's blonde. Her hair is blonde, so I'm assuming her brain is too.
The roots are tickling her brain.
Mm-hmm. I have a peach smoothie. Sorry, I'm drinking it.
Because Sundown loves you.
Yeah, he stopped at the coffee place and got me a peach smoothie. So I haven't been feeling good this morning. Yeah, I think I kind of talk about it in some whipping chats early on because it is a huge part of my identity to me. It's a huge part of me in my life and why I am the way I am and why I have certain perspectives on things and why I feel like I'm on borrowed time because it's just a matter. They told me the end result was it's not a matter of if, it's when. You know, someday. And with these latest MRI results from Barnes, I'm a little concerned that when has become now.
Well, that's also why.
Hi, Anita.
Some days you're like chipper and full of energy, and some days you're just like you ran a 50-mile marathon.
Yeah, and today was one of those. This week was one of those weeks. That's why there was no videos this week. Between having all that going on with Leah and having to take her, you guys know what time sinks urgent cares and emergency rooms are, especially when you need images like x-rays and stuff. So yeah, we did that 2 days in a row. Lost whole entire days just because she got a boo-boo on her foot. And that took a lot of time away from me actually actively getting any progress on a diamond painting. It took away from me filming. It took away from me editing. And it led to us being here in a live. Not only that, but I've been very sick this week. I don't know if I've complained too much to Kristen, probably, because I complain to Kristen a lot. Hi, Kayla. She's probably heard it at least once a day, every day. I don't feel good. I was sleeping all day. I was taking a nap. What do you want? Here's what I want. Hi, Nightingale. How you doing? Lots of sleeping, lots of whining has been occurring, and I just haven't been honestly felt in the mood to film. I don't want to drag people down with me when I feel like crap, you know. I don't want to sit here and be like, I'm so nauseous, you guys. Let me tell you about how nauseous I am. Come be nauseous with me. Blah. Nobody wants to do that.
This will tell you how bad she's been feeling. Last night it was 9:50 and I'm ready for bed.
Oh, I don't go to bed at 9:50.
Like okay. And then next thing you know, I hear the bedroom door close. I'm like, oh, she was serious. We don't never go to bed this early.
Yeah. I am, Kristen, I'm the queen of naps. I am. I can make it through a day without a nap, but you really don't want to come across my path if it's one of those days. Usually I need 1 or 2 naps a day. I'm awake probably as much as I'm asleep lately, especially when I don't feel good. So it's been one of those weeks where I'm just not feeling good, and I don't have much energy. And I just was like not gonna film. Welcome to Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting. We're here because I feel like I have to be. No, I wasn't gonna make those videos. I don't feel good, but the algorithm wants me to have a video, so here it is. Nope. But I have been working on getting things going for when I do next month. Late next month, we're doing our whole kind of vacation-y thing, and I'm starting to prep.
If you can
the
call
thing
it
that
a
you want, content.
Thing.
Well, no, I'm not going to be filming anything that 3 weeks. I'm not going to be.
No, I'm talking about with all the stuff we have to do.
Yeah, well.
You know, you take a vacation, we're sitting on the beach somewhere.
Yeah, no, it's not. We're not going anywhere. It's going to be a sitting at home. I'm going to be rearranging and reorganizing and catching up on like paperwork and my fixing up my craft area.
Doctor's visits.
Yeah, a couple of doctor's visits, couple of surgeries. I hope to do my craft area before and after type of thing. And I'm gonna play some 7 Days to Die. I miss playing video games, so haven't done that in a while. I'm gonna be playing some 7. Why do I keep hearing drills fall? Where are you coming from?
From the ceiling.
I guess. Sundown thought I had a tick on my neck last night.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, we left. Leah wanted banchan, which is that Korean fried chicken.
Oh. I got chicken left. Sorry.
Did you forget?
Yes.
Well, she wanted Korean fried chicken for her poor little cracked foot woes.
Hey, that's fine. I will eat in her sorrow of hurt.
And so she was like, I'll pay, and I'm like, I'm not, I got something in hopes that I did eat a little bit, but I still have some left for today. Like I said, I haven't been feeling very good, so
and what you got was good. Oh man.
Yeah, but I regretted it all night.
Yeah.
So but yeah, she wanted banchan, and I went with him, and we're driving along, and he looks over, and then he's like, kind of looks a little panicked and like, don't move. I'm like, what? And he picks at my neck, and then he comes away with this little black speck on my neck, little black square on my that had come off my neck, and it was on his finger. Hi, Asylum. Hello. And it was a black, here. He came away with this. Let me try to get it there. This on his finger. He had plucked this off my neck. And I was like, he's like, I thought it was a tick. And for those of you who don't know, I'm allergic. I have a, what is that called? Anaphylactic. So I'm deathly allergic to tick saliva. And he thought it was a tick on my neck. And it turns out it was just one of these drills.
Well, at least it wasn't a 310 on the...
a tick on the...
stick.
Well, it wasn't the stick. It was the family jewels. Sundown had, so... Yeah, we're just...
was asking if you were gonna...
stream
during your break.
Yeah, I hope to. I hope to, but like I said, we've got several trips back and forth to St. Louis. I do want to rearrange and reorganize my craft room, but I am desperate to play some 7 Days, especially now that the new content patch is out.
She'll be babysitting me because she'll be trying to stop me from doing stuff, and I'm gonna be like, I'm fine.
So I plan on it, but you know what they say about the best laid plans. But if anybody's interested in hearing me scream like a little baby because I get scared, jump scared, and okay, just real quick, I don't like this, whatever this crap is. These like squares with a brown squares with a black in the middle.
It's that new Android update.
I don't like the pixelated look of these canvases, man, are not impressive to me. Like, I'm looking at all this, I look at the canvas and what's been done and stuff, and then I can't help but to compare it, sorry, but I can't help but to compare it to like Rokari. Because hers have a lot of details and they blend so well and they are this big. You know what I mean? So, like, what's the excuse? Why are these so, like, hard-edged? You know what I mean? Hi, Javine. Yeah, it's just going to be a staycation. Honestly, it's just, we're calling it a little staycation, but it's really just a diversion. It's like, hey, look over here. We're having a staycation, but really we're going to be doing a bunch of medical stuff.
Them sons of biscuits.
Yeah. Tell her you forgot her number, Kristen. Oh my gosh, I misplaced your number. That's why I didn't call. Tell her your phone broke. You dropped your phone in the toilet. Mother-in-laws are generally to be avoided at all costs unless it's a good one.
That's why they call them outlaws.
Outlaws?
Yeah, I'm going over to my outlaws.
No, I want to be known as an outlaw when I'm an in-law because, like for Leah when she gets married and stuff, I want to be the mother outlaw because that sounds, BA. Badass. I want to be the troublemaker, but fun. The fun troublemaker, not the drama troublemaker, but the fun troublemaker. It's like the ride or die. Oh, hi, Tyler. I don't even have a drill. I'm trying to diamond paint with nothing on here. Tired. Why would Kristen think I would be done already? What time is it?
10:22.
Oh, that might... No, I started at 9, right?
Yeah.
That's not that bad. I could not stand my former mother-in-law. Oh my gosh. I can't stand my current mother-in-law.
Don't feel bad.
My former one was really... Oh, she was so spoiled. Aww. There are some good ones out there. That's good. My first mother-in-law, my former mother-in-law, boy. She was silver spoon, very entitled, very spoilt, and just so frustrating. Like, it was bad. It was really, really bad. She was like a toddler or a teenager throwing a temper tantrum if you didn't give them what they wanted. And she was not above threatening. I'll call my husband and I'll tell him you wouldn't take me to get a pedicure.
Give me his number. I'll dial it for you.
Pretty much. I was like, you go, I'll take an Uber. I'll tell him that you made me take an Uber back to the hotel. Okay. I'm like, I'll take you back to the hotel. No, if you're going to take me for a pedicure, and you said you'd take me to Old Navy today. I'm sorry, plans have changed. We're not going to be going to Old Navy today. It's in another town, and we don't have time to drive to other town to go to Old Navy today. Tomorrow, maybe. Oh, fine, where are we going? I'm like, we can go to the mall. And I started heading toward the mall. Is Old Navy this way? No, we're going to the mall. You said we'd go to Old Navy. And I said, I told you we can't go. I want Old Navy. Old Navy, Old Navy, Old Navy. Like, oh my God. Like a child.
I would have took her to the ocean and took her to one of those boats. There's the Old Navy. See you later. Bye. Out of commission.
And then we would pass to keep herself busy. When we'd pass the street, there was one street called Pellendale. And I guess that street name amused her because the rest of the whole day, she was sing-songing. She's like, how do you say the name of that road? And I'm like, Pellendale. She's like, Palandle. Palandle. Palandle, Palandle, Palandle.
Oh, I would have pushed
and
her.
I was just
like, pushed her out.
I was like, not only are you pronouncing it wrong, we don't need to sing it, And then if I turned music on, it had to be George Michael or Michael Bublé, or she would throw the biggest fit. And then I'm like, this is my car. Like, we listen to what I want to.
Laura had a nice mother-in-law. It was wonderful. She misses her more than me. That's terrible.
Well, and Sundown's mom, she's
on her own level.
She's a narcissistic. She's narcissistic.
She's something.
Troublemaker. Nobody can be happy. Nobody around her can be happy.
And it's like,
allowed. If you're too happy, she'll find a way to fix it.
Her and my Well, half brother, yeah. Don't get along, and I said it's because you two are the same people. She don't like that. She gets so aggravated at me.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, she's not above lying and manipulation, and it's really, really bad. She tried really hard to turn Sundown against Leah when we first got back together and got here. And that's when I cut things off, and I was like, you know what, you're grown. My daughter, I was like, you're grown, can make your own decisions, but this is not something that you need in your life, and I support you whichever way you want to go with it. And she agreed. She was like, no. Like, what grandma does that? Like, I'm like, you realize that this is your granddaughter too, right? Like, so. But yeah, she told little tales, little fibberoonies, little stretches of the imagination. So I'm not a big fan of Sundown's mom either. Just saying. She sounds wonderful. Like, I need one of those. Gentle woman, cheeky sense of humor, loved everyone. Well, your mom can put that act on. She can put that mask on.
Oh yeah.
And sell it to just about everyone. But then when you're not looking, the evil grin comes out. You see the real her, the mask slips.
Now, we'll go see.
Look, watch. It's shaking.
We'll go see her grandmother when grandmother and Daddy are arguing.
Yeah,
I got you back, Dad. Let's go.
Yeah, that's the first thing she asks when he's like, I gotta go over and talk to Mom. Leah will be like, ooh, is there drama here? And he'll be like, well, she ain't gonna like what I have to say, or, she's causing problems again, whatever. Then Leah will be like, I want to go.
I got you back. Let's go.
Yeah, I want to go. I want to see this. She goes for the entertainment value, I guess, now, because she knows what kind of person her grandmother is and what kind of stuff she pulls. So, she at least isn't fazed by it. And it's sad, though, that she, was looking forward to getting to know her grandmother, and her grandmother turned out to be a meanie weenie, a baddie.
Bad that the man that has no blood relations to anyone treats us all better.
Yep. This isn't just a case of like, ooh, I don't get along with my mother-in-law. This is a case of
my mom don't get along with herself.
She didn't get along. I mean, she really doesn't get along with anyone after a while. I've noticed she doesn't have. Nobody can. Once her mask slips and they see what she's really like, everybody distances themselves. So I don't know what's worse, the intentionally lying and manipulative just for her own entertainment and amusement, or the spoiled, rich, childlike mother-in-law. I don't know which one was worse. Both pretty bad. I wonder what kind I'll be. Opinionated. Probably be opinionated and rough around the edges.
I will be the one that will spoil the hell out of the grandkids and send them on their way.
Oh, me too.
We'll get them hopped up on candy and whatever, and all right, go back to Mommy and Daddy's now. See ya. Thanks for the visit.
Look at these noise-making toys we got the kids. Aren't they great?
No. Oh, but doesn't it remind you of all them noise-making toys for the dog you got?
Yeah, sorry, Javine. This is the mystery. This is your Figure It Out Friday video. I'm just filming it live because I've had a rough couple days where I've been out of the house more than I've been inside the house. And when I've been inside the house, I've been sleeping or otherwise.
If you've been out of the house, you've been taking our daughter to the...
I know, that's why I said I've been out of the house more than I've been in the house because of all the trips to urgent care, but yeah, so I didn't have a chance really to film a video, and we're so close to having it finished that I was like, I'm not gonna put together a little 5-minute video. Here's my 4 sections. We're almost done. Now we're gonna do some of this live, and then next week when you guys see it, it will be the finale and final reveal.
Yeah, we were coming back from getting food, and she looks at me dead serious. She goes, "You know what?" I go, "Huh? What?" "I'm doing a live tomorrow." I'm like, "Okay." "Are you sure?" "Yes." I'm like, "All right, that'll work."
Okay, so I'm trying to disguise part of the, I'm trying to cover parts of the canvas so people who don't want to be spoiled entirely aren't. I don't know what this crap is right here. Whatever that is not, anyway. But this over here is the bottom. This is the middle that we're working on, and this over here is the top. So that's where we're at. We're basically working dead center on the canvas right now. This looks like an octopus tentacle, but brown. Don't know what it is. And the gapping is driving me insane. Insane. A boot and a stirrup. Boot has what looks like buttons going down. Yeah, is that like the it's supposed to be I've given up on trying to figure out. I just don't think DAC has very good detailed canvases. It's all very, I mean, this is a square canvas, but I mean, like I said, look at some of the Rokaris that I've done and how much detail is in them, and they've been smaller. Some have been smaller, some have been this size, some have been bigger, and they blend the detail so well. It doesn't look blocky like this. This is blocky, intentionally blocky. Outlined like a coloring book and stuff. I just, blah, 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 blah. Don't like it. Happy to be doing these and getting these out of my house and gone. And, but I have a confession. So I complain a lot about how much I don't really like this company. But... and how I don't want to give them attention, and here I am doing it. I'm sharing with you guys while I'm, finishing up. I'm gonna go through this stash and get them gone, but
I mean, you have them.
I've said multiple times that I refuse to financially support this company any further. Now that I know what I know, and I have formed my opinions in general of their customer service and their art offerings. I actually bought some canvases. I'm sorry. Shh, it's a secret. I realized that it's for a purpose. I realized that I had... No, I didn't find anything new per se. I found that I realized that I had some canvases from, I think, Temu that had, I guess, were replicas or copies, but smaller, of some canvases from, I know some of those budget shops that don't have to follow the same legal rules and such over there. They have whole sections dedicated pretty much to the copycats of licensed art. And I discovered that I had some canvases from, I think, Temu. I'd have to check my records, but I'm pretty sure that's where they were from. That were replicas of some DAC canvases that were still available. And I know last year in April I did a comparison. Explicit Zombie Girl, DAC, and the Temu version of that diamond painting, just to see how are they different. What's so different? Is it really worth an extra $80 or however much, 50, 80, whatever many dollars? If you live on a budget and you don't mind the licensing status of said art, is it really worth spending the extra money when your budget's tight? You really like this one canvas, Temu has it, and you can't really afford it. Is it? And so I did a comparison. And the duck ones. Oh, I thought it was going to try to change it to an F word. So mine would have tried to change it to. It goes with what it knows. But you like the team. Sundown. She hasn't had her coffee yet. Leave her alone. She might not be able to cope with your shenanigans yet.
Can anyone, even when they do have their coffee?
But yeah, I found I went through my gem flow, and I found, I think, all of the ones that I had that DAC has the actual, where the actual canvases. And I went ahead and utilized a recent sale, kind of recent, a month or so ago, I think, a sale that they had. I utilized it, and I purchased a couple canvases so I can do side-by-side comparisons. Temu version of the same canvas versus the DAC version. Hate me if you want to. I don't care. That's fine. But that's what I'm doing. So deal with it. Auto-corrupt instead of auto-correct. Yeah, and then I think, yeah, that's all I got. And I didn't find anything new. Like, if they, I don't know, do they even still sell Christopher Lavelle? Because I liked Christopher Lavelle, and I like some, and Huerte. But their art has gone from horror to soft. So if they let them off their leash and they get to do the more edgier, darker, like literally darker horror-based stuff, I still probably wouldn't buy their canvases because I don't like how color booky, cartoony, simplistic these are.
Oh, Jolly Coffee's got a new one.
But maybe. Oh, a protein coffee powder. I have not tried it yet. Oh no, I might have to though. That would be nice because I'm struggling more and more with solid food. Like my body's ability to digest it is failing. And so I am leaning more and more toward smoothies and shakes and stuff. I would like to try that.
Everyone's like, please show the comparisons.
I only saw the one at first. I'm like, everyone? Sundown? Everyone?
I got my glasses on. I'm seeing double.
You're seeing double? Yeah, I will do, I'm going to reorganize my filming schedule because, like I said, I had all kinds of things scheduled, and then life happened and some of this newer medical stuff and unplanned crap, like 2 days in urgent care. So I need to clean up my filming schedule, but those are going to happen. The comparisons are going to happen. I ain't scared. I think when I did the explicit zombie girl last April, the comparison of the DAC versus the Temu version, I did get some angry comments. Yes, I did. And that's fine. That was fine. I let those angry comments just stay there. But the ones that got combative and threatening, I think one person picked a fight with Eileen. Like legit threatened her. And I had to put the kibosh on that. So I don't care if somebody agrees with me or likes what I do or doesn't like what I do, thinks that, I shouldn't be doing comparisons. Everybody has a right to their own opinion, and that's fine. And I'm not afraid to leave those comments up there. What I won't do is let people get threatened and shamed and stuff. Javy is like a concentrate. It's a coffee. Hi, Foxy. Coffee concentrate. I know they have Christopher Lavelle's art, but he used to do a lot more dark horror, true horror art. And I've noticed what they have had from him lately in the last 2 years-ish has been really softened compared to his previous offerings. That's my stomach. I swear it was. Don't. He looked at me.
Sound like one of the ducks outside.
He looked at me like he just caught me toot booting. And no, that was my stomach. It's starting to get vocal because
starting to get sassy.
Because I'm consuming something. I have gastroparesis. My stomach's slowly paralyzing itself, and so whenever I consume something, it gets really loud and obnoxious because it's like really PO'd. Rawr. It's a concentrate, and you take a couple drops and you can add it to water or milk, either hot or cold, and make it a hot coffee or an iced coffee. But
I will give you some advice. Do not try it without any other kind of liquid because it is it's very strong.
That's why it's called concentrate.
I stared at the bottle long enough to concentrate on it, and I tried it, and man, it was powerful.
But yeah, if you add it, and then maybe a dab of creamer in it if you need to sweeten it up a little bit. It's really good though. It's my favorite. And it doesn't mess with my stomach like pot brewed coffee does. For some reason, you brew, it doesn't matter the brand, you brew me a pot of coffee and that will run.
Oh, the first cup's good.
Yeah, the first cup's good. The second cup makes me nauseous. And then by the third cup, it's running right through me. Like
Maxwell House.
I'm bathroom bound. So yeah, I don't know what it is. But Javy doesn't do that to me. So. Blows your socks off.
And if you want a good coffee topper, you can take heavy whipping cream with instant espresso powder and honey and whip it up, and it's really good in coffee.
So we just put some, I think, is this supposed to be red? 814. I don't have my little cheat app to see what color 814 is, but I think it's supposed to be a red gemstone crystal situation here. It looks pink in this light though. Pink, like, I don't know, Little Red Riding Hood might like. Let me hold on to my dreams here. What is that? I gotta turn sideways. I'm turning sideways to try to look. No, I think this is a foot. There's the horse's tail here. Horse thigh, horse underbelly. I think this is a foot. Not real sure what this is, but it's red or pink. Why do we have IVs, ABs, highlighting a horse's elbow joint? I don't understand this. Okay, let me just finish this section here. And I'm running dangerously low on drills. So, yeah. Garnet. Okay, that's supposed to be a dark red. It's pink from here, but it could be the lighting. Okay, literally, I just emptied this container. This is all the drills I have. We still have 4 more 4x5 sized sections to go. We may not need more of these colors, but considering this cape is coming over into here, I'm going to assume that we might need some more of these. And I'm about to use, if not the rest of them, real close to it, right over here. I am going to 20%. Is that what we're supposed to have extra? Yeah, it's standing in something because its feet like melt into the ground. Maybe it's supposed to be fog.
Man down.
Yeah, I did that. My bad.
Oh.
So how many how many spares do they promise us in DAC? Like 10%, 20%? Somebody told me recently what the guarantee is, that they give us X amount of extra. A short horse. So that lends to the whole Little Red Riding Hood. I mean, not My Little Pony. That's what I meant to say. Can I pick up a drill? Can I? Hello? Thank you. Thought it was 20% too, but as you can see, this color was real predominant in the cape and everything. Like, this is everywhere over here. And if they're going to put Little Red Riding Hood's hood on her head, they're going to need this color to complete that task. So, I don't know. This doesn't look like it's 20% extra. This looks like it's clench your butt pucker, because we might not have enough to finish. There's no way that this was 20%, even at this point. If I run out of drills.
All right. DAC 20% extra drills. So if you get one that requires 20 to 50, they provide you a minimum of 100. Colors requiring around 100 drills, they provide you 2. For quantities above 150, you receive at least 50 or at least 20% extra. This is new.
Okay. Can you, one more time, but slower, break that down sentence by sentence?
All right. For this is from DAC. Kits come with a minimum of 20% extra drills of each color required for the painting.
Okay. 20%.
For examples, they give you, if a painting requires 20 to 50 drills, they provide you with a minimum of 100. For colors requiring 100 drills, they provide you 200. For quantities over 150, you will receive at least 20% extra.
I call BS. Okay. Whatever you say.
That's what they say.
Whatever they say. So if the quantity is between 20 and 50, or up to 50 drills, you said, they give you 100?
Yes. And if it's up to 100, they give you 200. Anything over 150, they give you a minimum of 20%.
Yeah, okay. Sure. Sounds good. Yeah, and like, I've had people mention when I've brought this up, well, you can always, it's warranty. Listen, I still have the account. They can look in the account and see, but these were purchased in 2023, folks. 2 years. 2 years. You think they're going to honor the warranty? Where'd you put my vape?
It wasn't your vape.
Yes, it was. It's right there. I'm staring at it. Thank you.
Lisa said that she completed one that was 1 drill short. I didn't have a stash yet, so I had to. All you had to do was look on the floor. I'm sure it was there.
Check the bottom of your socks.
Shoes, anything.
Check vital body parts. Like I had an extra drill on my neck. I found an extra drill on the family jewels.
Right, I'm on the floor right now picking up something, and I see at least 5 to 1,000 310 squares.
5 to 1,000. Yep. Check your rump. Check your rump when you stand up.
There's 300 there.
Can't tell you, but yeah, or you could do. What was it that time that Leah was walking? She likes to walk through the house barefoot. Whatever. That's her whatever she wants to do. But she got a bunch of drills on her on the bottom of her feet, and then put her socks on, and then put shoes on, and then went to work and came home. And when she peeled it all off, she had all these little dimples in the bottom of her foot.
It's like,
dogs eat them. Oh no, package lost. They do, but there's been so many, I've seen so many videos from creators that have exposed to where they've had an issue and they reached out to the company and were treated like crap and the warranty wasn't offered honored, and then they go and they've changed the warranty and stuff to avoid having to honor it. So that's one of the reasons I don't trust them. If you go look, I mean, there are people that have made content and they show in their videos, here is the problem, here is my email, here is their response. I mean, it's right laid out right for you, all right there. Evidence and receipts and communications and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to deny when it's like all right there in your face. But they have a history of not honoring their warranties very well. Being picky and choosy. If it's too expensive of an honor, then suddenly they have an excuse or a reason why they can't honor it. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I'm so anti this company. Oops. I just popped a drill from crowding. There we go. Boop. Looky there. What is Sundown hiding? Oh, a lot more 310. This should go pretty quick. What?
310.
310?
Sundown hiding.
Yep, hiding 310 on the jewels. Oh, now that there's more people and some different people in here. Yeah, and see that too. Yeah, we'll totally fix it and stuff, but you have to say, I mean, that kind of, you have to pay to send the canvas back to us. What? Okay. That's not cheap. I should know. I just sent out a bunch of packages. That's not cheap. Earlier, when we first started the stream, there was a mention of and questions about Mystical Dream Designs. It was mentioned that they have Emmy Boz and Gus Fink there now, which I had seen that. You should have gotten a refund for that cat. That cat was awful. Oh, that was terrible. In my opinion, that was terrible. That was just awful. But don't worry. It's not my awful problem anymore. And I said I wasn't trying to disparage that that company, but I don't know if it's a real safe time to purchase from there right now. I'm hearing some stuff and some things through the grapevine, aka posts and messages and stuff. Well, Kristen, just know there's 2 packages coming to you. And I got confirmation. I don't know if it's going to be revealed publicly. I assume it will be at some point, but I got confirmation early in the wee morning hours that the travel bear has been received. Its first home, and oh, bless you.
I tried to get out of here.
I was wondering what you were doing. I was like, oh my gosh. The traveling bear has landed. Made it safely to its first destination. Will it stay there or will it travel on? We don't know. We don't. Oh my gosh, what are you doing?
Sorry.
Your sneezes are literally causing a catastrophe in here.
Trying to clean up the diamonds.
Did you get, when you were down there picking up what I dropped, did you get some diamonds up your nose holes?
Something.
That's what I was saying. I don't feel safe or comfortable ordering from them right now. Otherwise, I would have been all over the Emmy Boz and Jess Fink situation. They were going to be, those artists were going to be my first big haul on my channel early on when they were with another company. And I had six canvases in my cart. And I think I dodged a bullet from what I've heard. But I had 6 of their canvases in my cart and 6 on my wish list. And I was going to do a fat haul. A fatty fat haul. Had some issues with the shop's customer service before I even placed an order. And I thought maybe it was because I had these issues that I could not, like, when I went back the next day to the website to make the purchase, the canvases were gone, no longer available, and I thought maybe the shop owner, like, maybe was mad at me or something for our well, I shouldn't say our interaction, my attempt at interacting with them and severe lack of response. I thought maybe they just somehow restricted me from purchasing, but I found out that the artist had left the company in like the time span it took me to fill my cart and place the order. $5 months.
That's insane.
That is nuts. That's bad customer service right there. Sorry, it is. I'm not willing to risk. They can taunt me with whatever artist they want, and it's not going to happen. Trust is earned. So far, I haven't seen anything that has made me want to lean toward the earned pile. It'll be interesting to see what kind of canvases come out. Like, we're getting, we're in the summer, but we're going to start seeing some Halloween-y canvases coming out. Everybody get your barf bags ready. Get ready for all the cutesy little kittens in witch hats and little puppy dogs and in little jack-o'-lanterns popping out with a little pumpkin sprout on its head. And, stereotypical witches riding their little brooms across the moon and stuff. Let's get ready for all those super dark horror canvases. Excitement! Okay. I've already seen some starting to creep into the look what we got coming up. It's time for the posers to see. We offer horror. Look at this horrific sheet ghost. Woo!
Toilet paper mummies, let's go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and if anybody's interested who watches this on playback, or if you want to check later, and in the description box now, if I was a good little mushy, sometimes I am and sometimes I'm not, and I can't remember which one I was this time. It might already be there, but items that I'm using and links are in the description box below, where appropriate, where available. So, but yeah, I can't wait to get my hands on some Lucifer. Hope it turns out good. It's a lot of red and black. A lot of red and black.
Me pretending we didn't release the cartoon here.
Oh, wait, you mean... Please stand by. Oh, no, that's Cartoon Dear Christmas. Hold on. You don't mean that, do you? Or that? It's so scary, Tyler. Woo. You rebel. Ooh, that scary, horrific trailer. Woo-hoo-hoo. Look how angry the ghost is. I want some Scooby-Doo. I kind of want to make. I kind of want to make fun. I think I'm gonna start looking for some Scooby-Doo canvases or nods to Scooby-Doo canvases. Not like straight up. I've seen. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. I kind of want to. I've seen the one where the horror icons are in the mystery machine. I've seen that canvas before. Might get something like that. Don't listen to her. She ruins everything. Kristen, don't listen to Kristen. She don't know what she's talking about. Well, I did. Yeah, I bet we did. But then, now that we have like the new ones, well, this is one of the new prototypes, the shorter. And it's working out great now that I don't have those clunky nails with the bobbles. But see, like when I go, I thought the stick part being shorter was going to be like betterer, maybe more convenienter. But I think I actually like the longer one better now that I've been using this, because I'm still like, let me turn, when I'm going to hook under here, the way I use it, my finger is like clunking on the container. You know what I'm saying? Like the bigger containers. And with the longer stick, it doesn't catch my nail. The big one's okay. It catches at my knuckle, but my hands, like my knuckles or my nails, get involved with the container body at some point. Whereas when the stick was the longer one, a little bit longer one, my hand did not make contact with the container. My knuckle, my nail, nothing. Does that make sense? I think I'm still testing. I think for, what you could do if you wanted to, I don't know how, I don't run a business. I don't know about these things, but, and see, I'm not comfortable with the finger one. Finger one drives me nuts. But, I'm wondering, I don't know how hard it would be, but you could you sell them in duos where like sell them in 2-packs where somebody is like, I want this style, and you send them the medium length and the longer length, or the short, whatever, however you're classifying these, the shorter one and the longer one, you send them one of each of the style that they wanted, like sell them in pairs in case, because somebody might not know which one. Yeah, like a multi-pack. That's an idea too, and that way they can kind of get an idea which one they prefer, a shorter or a longer appendage. Because now that I suggested, oh, I bet that's a little long, I wonder if shorter might work better. And now that we're trying shorter, I'm like, I really like the long one better. I think I like the long one. Because yeah, I think I'm liking the longer one better on these, to be honest. The ring one, though, do I have it right here? Yeah, I have them right here. For the fingerers, if you're, I think this is the longer. You lengthened the finger and shortened the longer. For the ring one, I'm not a fingerer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't use my finger. Sundown, matured up here, buddy. I don't really use the finger thing. It's just not my jam. It's not comfortable to me.
I'm gonna go play in traffic.
But I think the slightly longer stick on the finger one seems to. Whoops. See, as you can see, my fingers are not as swollen today as they usually are, and so that now will not stick on my finger. Whereas yesterday, it was too snug. Love water retention, but in any event, yeah, this works better, in my opinion. The finger one.
Exactly.
Shorten the pry word, shorten the booger hook, lengthen the knuckle one. Yes. And I'm going to switch out, actually, because I've been using this one for 2 days. So it's time for me to switch back out to this one. Yep. Boink. And yeah, see, I'm still like bonking my knuckles into the medium containers and stuff. It's just it's not a deal breaker, but with the longer one, that didn't happen on those. So, did I miss somebody? Hi, Jeanette.
Yeah, they didn't show up
on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, hi, Jeanette. So, oh my gosh, ghost lung.
Sorry.
But, yeah, to add to, I was kind of boo-hooing, to add to our really cruddy week, we lost a couple of our babies, our little baby chicks and ducklings. Would you say it was a mole rat?
Mm-hmm. Gopher rat.
Gopher rat. A gopher rat somehow managed to get into the baby pen, the baby coop. At some time, was it sometime this morning?
It was sometime after I took her to work.
Yeah, sometime this morning.
The
he
little was still in there, and I couldn't get him.
Yeah, he came home, and as soon as he came home from taking Leah to work at 7:30, he got home about 8:30, and he went out to check on everybody and found an active assault occurring and was only able to save one. Yeah. I don't know how, we can't figure out how they got in there, and it shouldn't have happened. And so we put them in a more secure location and are going to just, we've been discussing what we're going to do. We may tear down the whole dang thing and rebuild everything, because it's several years old, right? Like the whole
2000.
It's like a decade old.
2009.
Yeah. So it's the whole coop situation severely needs updating, and we couldn't find how it occurred. So I think we're just going to have to. Why? Okay, listen, I'm looking. Is the arm on the table stably? Because it's making me motion sick, all the wobbling now.
I don't know. I'll look after the.
Okay. Yeah, that was a rough one. That was sad. That was sad. We did have one escape the other day. We had what, 3 ducklings and 3 chicks? Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 ducklings, 3 chicks. One was sick. One duckling was sick. Not from anything. It came to us sick. It came from the store. It was one of the store It was a store-bought one, not a hatched one. The 3 that were hatched by our hens are doing very, very well. They're doing very, very well. Healthy, growing, safe, all that stuff.
Ornery.
But the 3 ducklings and the 3 chicks that came from the store, one of the ducklings was ill, wasn't eating, didn't make it. And then one of the runt chick found the most teeny tiniest of squeezy spots and squeezed its way out. And we ended up finding it and putting it back in the pen. No harm, no foul. And then there was the gopher rat. Gopher rat incident this morning that left a sole survivor. So, and thankful that it was Sundown that came home and found that, not Leah that dealt with that, because apparently it was pretty graphic. So sad times. What frustrates me, and I guess it's just animal kingdom, I don't know, but what frustrates me is that all the ducks and roosters and hens.
Nope. I want to show you something real quick. What I took.
Okay.
It's because it was barricaded off as a reason why. But this is why.
They could have gotten in.
No, they couldn't have. They couldn't have got over that. See them all right there?
Yeah.
And then inside the new, they're all around that baby. Every one of the ducks but 2.
Okay. Well, where were they when the attack occurred?
I had a 3-foot piece of sheet metal up. They couldn't get in there.
Oh, the ducks couldn't, but the
chickens wouldn't go in there because the 2 moms were in there before with their babies.
I know, that's why I was about to say the animal kingdom ticks me off, because all the roosters and hens were in the vicinity outside of the coop and could hear, I imagine, the distress of the babies, and like didn't go help because there were eggs in there for that some hen had been sitting on, and so they don't mess with other hens' babies or whatever. And I guess they didn't step in, and I'm very upset about that. I'm like, all those roosters and hens could have fixed the situation, but they didn't go in there and do it. They just let it happen, and I'm just like, animals, you disappoint me.
Just to show you how big a gopher rat is.
Oh. Is that the things we see skitter across the street sometimes?
No.
In front of the car? Is it the baby version of that? Oh.
No, those are groundhogs that we see.
Oh. Anyway. Sad times, sad day. Just having a rough time here. And it's hot. It's hot as heck. Oh. Outside. And then our power went out last night. That was really fun. They were talking, I don't know why, but they're talking about the northeastern Arkansas power grid going to be having a hard time this summer, maybe because they were expecting such high temperatures throughout the summer.
The heat's been so
ridiculous. Anybody else having ridiculous heat? Like abnormally ridiculous heat? It's too early. Hi, Jeanette. I already said hi. Well, I don't know if the chat's delayed on the screen. I know I have a delay and it makes me angry. But yeah, that's one of the things that we hope to do this summer too, is kind of revamp the whole cupular area. It's been so hot outside that our AC is struggling to keep up. Like, even at night. I think the lows have been around 80. Yeah, that's about what's happening at our house, Wolfman.
Yeah, well, luckily the AC has kept it. I think the hottest it got in here was 73.
But to me, that feels like 173.
Yeah.
I don't tolerate the heat well at all.
I did go out and hose off the outside AC unit. Did change the filter and everything else, and knock on wood, I got all that pollen out, and it's been doing better.
Ooh, there was no AC in the building at all. Oh, you guys stunk. Oh, I bet you guys smelled so bad. Ew. Oh, gosh.
From 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
8 to 6.
Oh, yeah.
100-something degrees, no AC.
Nope, I'd have been done at 8:05.
I would have just gotten a stick of deodorant and taken it out of its packaging and just, like walked around holding it between my armpits. I would have been stuffing ice cubes in my brassiere. I cannot stand to be hot, sweaty, grimy, dirty, hot. Can't do it. Can't stand it.
That's a big honey bunch is a nope.
Didn't do much but make the floor wet. I saw some of your. Yeah, I wouldn't have passed that. I would have gotten sick. So all the heat in a barn with a bunch of batteries. Oh gosh.
With that kind of heat, you didn't need soldering irons.
Yeah.
You could have just hit the solder down. It'd melt it.
Well, that's the thing I don't like about like amusement parks and stuff too. You go to an amusement park and get so sweaty, and they have those stupid little mist machines that you can like run under and stuff.
That are enough to make you mad.
They're just enough to make you mad, and then they leave you with like hot wet clothing. It's like you were just hot and sweaty before, but now you're like damp hot sweaty. It's like, no, oh my gosh. No. I've just never handled the heat well, even as a child. I become a recluse in the summer. Yeah, same thing. Same kind of thing. Because of my liver function, my temperature regulation is not what it's supposed to be, and I get way too hot. The cold doesn't bother me so bad, surprisingly, but the heat, that's a dangerous situation. Very sensitive to the heat.
Yeah, I used to never be.
Yeah, MS will do that to you.
I freaking hate it.
Oh no. You should make, you know what, will you print something special for me for your wife, Wolfman? Take that really pretty pink, Barbie pink filament that she showed me. I guess it came with a Barbie coin or something. Why don't you go ahead and take that filament and 3D print her
a middle finger?
A middle finger. Yeah, from me. To say, hey, this order came in. This is for you. Why did she pick Barbie pink? Yes, you know what? Somebody told me when I lived in Georgia, they were like, it's, it's a wet heat. Oh, it's unbearable. But then when I moved to California, they're like, oh, don't worry. It's a dry heat. It's so much different. Heat is heat is heat. I'm sorry, dry, humid. It all feels miserable to me.
I don't know. Our heat down here is
ignorant.
Is a lot different than any other places.
Yeah, you could do that too. That'd be fine. I don't know. I know when I lived in Georgia, I'd step outside and drown. It felt like I was drowning. I'd try to take a deep breath, and it was just my lungs would fill with liquid. And I'm like, oh, it's going to be a hot day. It's going to be a bad day. I couldn't stand
Our
it.
heat is so bad down here. It's like an easy bake oven. You step outside and your meat just starts falling off the bones.
I don't know. I don't notice the difference. Like I said, I never noticed the difference. Everybody told me, oh, dry heat's so much easier to tolerate. And I'm like, and I don't, it's all, I'm not tolerating it just as much as the wet. Sorry. It's kind of like HD TV and like 4K shows and stuff. Everybody's like, ooh, you gotta get this TV. Look at the screen, you know, and the better picture. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't see the difference. I don't see 3D very well either. So there's that. Maybe I'm just broken. My sensors are broken. It all feels miserable. And I can't tell the difference in screens like 1080p, 720p, 4K HD. That means nothing to me. It all looks the same. Can you hear my stomach grumbling? Anybody hear what sounds like a thunderstorm? That's my stomach. He's really upset at this smoothie. Wow. Yep, this will be done by next week for a finale. I hope to get back onto the regular filming bandwagon this coming week. I'm sorry. I need to. I do hope to get you guys a video out this weekend. Post reviewing the skulls and the blue roses. I did some enhancements. Hopefully I didn't screw it up too bad. I did. I started screwing it up and had to go back and pluck drills and fix it a couple times in a couple places. But I think I'm happy with the end result. And then get Lucifer going. And I hope to have that video out to you guys this weekend. Barring any more breaking bones or power outages or barnyard catastrophes. It's been a rough week. I think Diamond Painting with Jack, I don't know if she's doing it on camera, but I thought she said she was working on this canvas too.
Oh, awesome.
Yep, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that are the words. That are the words I read across the El Screeno. Jason, you want Jason? Like, I have about 1 million Jasons.
I think she wants Jason Momoa.
Oh, Jason Momoa? I think you meant, see, I automatically went to Jason Voorhees. You had me perplexed. And I'm just like, well,
Tom Lucifer, so.
Oh, yeah. I was perplexed. I'm thinking, well, which Jason would you possibly want that could compare with the Lucifer? I don't have a sexy Jason Voorhees. I don't.
Oh, she wants
I could
Jason
ask you for one.
Oh God, what's that? What's that new movie he's in?
Oh, Minecraft.
Yeah,
well, I'll do my. No, that's more Kristen's territory. Let Kristen do the Minecraft Momoa with the pink jacket and all that crap. And then was his hair awesome split down the middle? Yeah. Khal Drogo. Khal Drogo's more my speed. I'll take Khal Drogo. I don't know that I've really liked him in much of anything else, you know, as much as I liked him as Khal Drogo. Well, I do have the pink canvas that I got from Rokari, the Crafty-ish Carnage. I'm gonna have to tackle pink sometime. Yep. So have you guys seen, how many of you guys have seen the Rokari Patch Kids? What do you think of those? Are you liking those? Are they cool? I was a collector of garbage pail. Wait, is that what they were called?
Yeah, the garbage pail.
Garbage pail or garbage patch?
Garbage patch.
Garbage pail kids, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Why am I have a collection in my living room right now, actually. Huge fan of them. When I was a kid, collected all of them. Garbage pail, yeah, thank you.
Garbage pail.
Had a stroke brain moment there where I couldn't think of which one was correct. So I've been enjoying those canvases, but I know they can be a little bit gruesome, a little bit, too twisted for some people, but I like that kind of twisted. Aww. Yeah, normally I'm not a huge fan of cartoony stuff like that, but I don't know, it's I think nostalgia for me. I loved getting their little packets of kind of like trading cards, like baseball card type of packets, and finding out which gross little garbage pail kid I was gonna get, because when I was even younger than that, I was a fan of the Cabbage Patch Kids. I had one. Had one of the dolls when they first came out. My dad had to fight off a horde for it, but I got it for Christmas, I think, or my birthday, something. Don't even remember now. But, oh, my stomach is really, it's really talking.
It's vocal.
It's vocal.
Oh.
Oh, she heard Momoa. She can't be bothered to listen to anything else, but we start talking about Jason Momoa and she appears. Kristen, go away. Go on. Skedaddle. Shoe fly. Yeah, see, I don't, that's where we're all, what's so beautiful about all of us and our art preferences. I don't mind the gruesome and stuff. I really like when things get twisted. I like it when I see some of those images of Cookie Monster, Sesame Street, and innocent, wholesome, cute little, and it gets twisted into something else, a little more dark, and I like I like doing that kind of stuff, the shock value of it, and the twisty nature. I'm ornery. I've always been impish and ornery like that, so I like, I don't know, perverting is a word, but I don't mean it in the gross version of that word. Yeah, that's code for, I said I had it halfway done, but I don't really, and now somebody wants to actually see, so now I'm going to have to hurry up and let me just say, oh, it's put away, but what's really going to happen is I got to actually get it halfway done so I didn't get caught in a fib. No, I'm just kidding, Kristen. I'm just picking on Kristen. I'm giving her a hard time. I've seen it. Has anybody fessed up to the traveling bear? I might have to make another traveling bear. I don't know if anyone who's interested, we do have a Facebook group. You do have to be a subscriber to join it, though. Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting on Facebook. If you want to join the Facebook group, there's some extra bits over there, fun stuff. There is...
See you, Krabby.
See you, Wolfman. There's also I started a Google form. If you haven't seen it, I pinned it to the featured. You can sign up, and once in a while, I'm going to get I'm going to have a wild hair, and I'm going to feel like sending, creep mail, essentially, my version of happy mail, fun mail, friend mail, whatever. And it could be anything. It could be just a friendly little creep-tastic letter. I could send you some stickers. I could send you, if I have some extra canvases or trays, maybe I'll send you a traveling finished canvas to pass around, whatever the case may be. She called me a butthead. You see the abuse that I take? For some reason, I feel like everybody thinks you're the good one and I'm the bad one. But then look. She called me a butthead. I didn't call her a butthead. She called me a butthead. She's the meanie weenie. See what I have to put up with? When we film spilling the tea, she's so mean. I'm so nice and cuddly and she's so mean. Oh. Oh, yeah. Pink and black. That's what month we did. That's the January is the month we did pink and black, Kristen. What a coinky dink that you have some ideas for January. Fancy that. I don't know. I don't think anybody would be interested in anything that we might have or have not going on in January. I don't know. I don't know. See, even my, I don't know how it's shown up for you guys, but on my screen, the chat's showing some kind of weird symbol that's not, I'm assuming it's supposed to be a pink heart, but it's showing like a little box and then a black heart in a box and a black heart in a box. So even my technology does not, it refuses to accept pink.
Yes, it would be pink.
Oh, is it? Figured. Yep. I don't know if people can handle it. I don't know if they can handle us. We get pretty feisty and pretty ornery.
I gotta wait to pick up daughter soon.
Yeah, I probably should hop off of here soon too.
It's
Can't
11.
finish this off and then like spoil the surprise before the finale.
Yeah, it's 11:35.
Oh, Javine, there's pink. Are we gonna do some more rapping? This time with backbeat? That's a surefire way to that's better. Thank you. Is that a surefire way to like turn people off from coming to the pink and black event, as if we promise to rap again? There will be rap battles. Oh shoot, no, that was terrible. We can't, I'm not subjecting myself to that. I don't know if I have a, I guess I do have a canvas. We gotta up our rap game. I haven't heard from the diamond painting police in like forever, so I'm wondering if they've moved on, like if we're off their radar. I haven't heard anything, which is good. Well, I guess that's not true. That's not true. I've gotten a couple emails recently. Oh my goodness. But yeah, yeah, be looking, start planning, start concocting, start looking forward to the new year, friends. We're all rested from the holidays and looking to spice up a new year with some diamond painting shenanigans. Uh-oh. Sundown's trying to type.
I'm not typing.
Oh. Or are they undercover? Convenient. They show up right when Kristen starts talking. Upgraded to DP FBI. The place is tapped. Yeah. Act natural. Yeah, no, it's not just that though. Not just the notifications and everything. I blame the Android update for everything. I blame it for Aaliyah's fractured foot. I blame it for everything. Mm-hmm. Okay, Kristen. I gotta figure out something to, I think I have a perfect idea for, I gotta start thinking Christmas gifts already, you guys. I like to have my Christmas shopping done way in advance. I gotta start thinking about Christmas gifts. I know how much she loved the pink and black toilet paper last year, so I gotta do better. I'm gonna top that. I don't know how I can, possibly. The fuzz is here. Open to ideas on on things that I can conjure up to top. Oh, I just had an idea. Kristen, remind me that I had an idea, and hope that later, when we're not live, that I remember that idea. It's a really good one. I got an idea. The minions as the police. But yeah, if anyone's interested, we do have a Facebook group. So does Crafty-ish Kristen. Our communities often intertwine. Come check it out. But you do have to be a subscriber to join. And the channel has, if you're interested in more content, behind the scenes stuff, and early access to most videos, there are channel memberships. There's 3 different tiers. Whatever floats your boat, you can click the join button and see what those are, if those appeal to you. And if not, that's fine too. Just, it's there if you want it. But primarily, yeah, like my members, some of my members got to see, I had to restrict it to tier 3 though. I had to hide it from Kristen. So some members got to see the Crafty-ish Carnage canvas, but I had to be sneaky about it. Connie is the DPP. Yeah, what do you guys think? Anyone who participated or watched last year's event, or like was paying attention to what was going on both Facebook, and how would you guys feel about having, you know, a new, fresh, dedicated Facebook group to the, you know, that's dedicated to the event, for the event only? It's not ready yet. But thank you for reminding me. I checked before. I think we're on day 22. I have to wait until, I think, day 28. Could not gift new memberships yet. Daddy Tuba said no, no. No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, that way people aren't like having to submit to both me and her. They can submit to one place if there are any submissions that need to be had. Yeah, it can all be in, everything can be in one central location instead of flipping back and forth. I know there were some people that were Facebook resistant and did not want to participate because of the Facebook element. But man, that is really the only and best way I think that we have to communicate with people. I mean, you can't win with everybody. It's kind of like when I choose a time to go live and live stream. There's literally no perfect hour or two that is good for literally everyone everywhere in the world. You know what I mean? Like, it's same thing with the whole event type of thing. Some people will avoid Facebook, some people won't. Some people want forms, some people don't want forms. We can't make everybody happy. All we can do is try to make the majority of people happy. You know what I mean? And I think actively, no, Javine, not you. You be happily actively trolling. Yep, set up the galleries for each week, which reminds me I need to set up a July gallery for my Facebook. I'm so sorry I'm wobbling the table. I need to steady my arm. It's been bothering me all stream. I'm so sorry.
I'll check the arm when we're done.
Yeah, we did some changes over here, and I don't think we got the camera arm tight enough, and it's like swinging all around. I feel bad. There should be a motion sickness warning on the beginning of this live. It's coming at the end, but it should have been at the beginning. Sorry, you didn't know. Yeah, I think I really kind of want to get more people involved in the YouTube community tab. Though I don't think people still realize. Did you know that now you guys can post pictures and posts to the community tab? Not just me anymore. It's not one-sided conversation anymore. It's a two-sided thing. I think we're so used to the entire existence of YouTube. It's been a place where creators to talk at their community, the community tab, and the related posts. But now you guys can post too. You can post pictures. I think they're really trying to make it more community oriented and try to keep more people on the platform versus going to places like Facebook and stuff. But it doesn't seem, is that a piece of putty? It is. It doesn't seem to be taking off too well. Yeah, you can post, you can upload pictures, make a post, how to start conversations right from my channel community page. Yep, now you guys have that power too. On the Ubis of Tubis. And I like I said, I think it went under the radar. They made that update and then they didn't really promote it. They promoted it to us creators, but I don't think they promoted it to viewers. Oh, Connie, I should have known. That was my bad. I should have known. I'm getting really tired, so you got one by me. I should have known better. Yeah. Well, I mean, not many people are being are aware of it, you know, unless creators are speaking out about it. I don't know if, as a viewer on my viewer account, I did not get notification to my knowledge that this new feature was available. So, but yeah, I mean, it would be nice to have everything in one place, whether it was, you know, I wish Facebook capabilities were on YouTube. Mostly. And they kind of are now. I mean, with people being able to post pictures and stuff, but we don't have galleries.
Oh, okay. So, your page,
Yeah.
it has, you know, all your videos, and I'm on my account.
Mm-hmm.
Visit community.
Yeah, you hit visit community,
and then you can do all that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mentioned it, I think when it first came, I mentioned it in some video, just kind of in passing, and I was playing around. I think I mentioned it on Facebook and had asked people to try it out and see if it worked.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. There's been a couple people that have posted, but I don't think it's like really caught on yet. It's not like common knowledge. People are, like I said, just so used to not being able to do more than leave a comment, you know, and now you can actually have conversations. It's not like a live chat, but I mean, you can have comment conversations on posts. You can make posts, you can post pictures and show not just the Facebook, you know, because right now we only have 300 people on our Facebook, which is fine with me. I'm not about like subscriber numbers and follower numbers. Those are not the numbers I get concerned with. I do pay attention to analytics, like what videos are popular and get the views, and what videos don't, just so I know like what not to waste my time on, what not to waste my time on if something's not popular or whatever. But you know, what kind of things people are interested in seeing and such. And you know, so if you wanted to, if you're really proud of some work that you've done, or you want to introduce yourself more personally, or you want to reach a wider community, you can do that on my YouTube page now with the visit community, and you can post something, and you can post your art, and you could post other pictures, post a picture of your sunset, post a picture, a selfie, and say hi. Whatever you feel like. If it's inappropriate, it's going to magically disappear. I can promise you that. But as long as it's appropriate, it's a place for you guys to be able to, I don't know, be more of a community on YouTube versus having to go somewhere else to facilitate that community, if that makes sense. DAC Mystery Canvas number 36, Dark Fantasy People. It is sideways, so it is oriented where this side is the bottom. We're working in the dead center here, and this side over here is the top. Because it is so huge, I had to flip it sideways so that I could comfortably work on it. And this is all we have left here, is this 3.5 sections. And that'll be in next week's finale video, where I finish this up and do a reveal and post review. This is either going to turn out to be Krampus on a rotten reindeer, Little Red Riding Hood riding a deer wielding a sword through a forest. I have seen, we've heard Splinter.
Yes.
We've heard My Little Pony. I don't know. It's got little pink gems on it.
Wouldn't that be My Big Pony?
My Big Pony. I've heard Headless Horseman, which is also another really good guess. I've heard Skeletor. So yeah, we're just trying to figure out what it is, guess what it is, as we go along. So with these DACs, it's easy to figure out what it is. If you want to spoil it for yourself, it can be found online. I just prefer people not to wreck it for everybody, because some people like to be surprised and watch it come together. I'm one of those people. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. When we do Rokari, nobody knows what it is because those are customs. Every one of Rokari's mystery kits are custom canvases, so there can be no spoiling either way. You can't look it up and find it online, and once it's done, it doesn't spoil it for you, because even if you ordered one, it wouldn't be the same unless you asked for the exact same canvas.
That's a good guess.
Puss in Boots on a My Little Pony. Well, I mean, it does have these, it says it's garnet, very dark, but this looks very pink to me right here. Yep, I've heard a lot of theories on what this could be. We'll find out next Friday. We will know for sure, and then we're going to kit up. It's been requested. I have a Rokari mystery kit that I'm anxious to get started. It was a gift from a subscriber and good friend, and I'm excited to do it, but I did promise I would do DAC mystery kit number 35 first. So that'll be what we'll do next. And if everything works out how I hope it will, I would like to, while I'm on summer staycation, and I'm feeding you guys pre-recorded content, I would like to do something like Shark Week, like the Discovery Channel does, and it has like Shark Week. I would like to do a Tales Week, and then a Figure It Out Friday week, where the whole week's videos is me doing the canvas. And so at the beginning of the week we start it, and by the end of the week you'll get to see what it was. And then, yeah, Centaur. That was another idea too, that this could be a Centaur. And then the third week, I think I'll have some special videos for you guys. I cannot tell you what they are right now, but I can tell you you will likely enjoy them. But that's my plan for when we go on staycay in late July, early August, for those 3 or so weeks. It's going to be, that's my plan. That's what I envision. I envision giving you guys like that Shark Week experience, but a Tales Week, and then a mystery week, and then can't tell you what week. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. It'll be a lot of content kind of packed into a short period, but that's going to be to make up for the fact that in order to do that, I'm going to have to lighten up on the content from between now and then. So like this week, there were no actual videos except for the tier 3 video, because I have been lifing, but also I have been trying to prepare the staycation content for you guys. So yeah, what you don't get now, you'll get later, I promise. Hope that sounds good. Hope that's exciting. That way, you know, if you like Tales from the Crypt, you'll have a whole week of Tales from the Crypt. If you don't particularly care for the Tales from the Crypt, but you like the mystery, you'll have a mystery week. And then I'll have a special guest on the third week. For the entire third week, it'll be a special guest, not Sundown, not Leah. That's all I can give you. So there's the that on that. Yes. Largely, yes. I will respond to comments on videos. In restricted, I'll be keeping an eye on it, but that might be a week that I become a douche tuber, as someone fondly, a friend once fondly called me, a douche tuber. And it might just be those little clicky hearts where it says, "Oh look, Mushy has read your comment, heart heart." It might just be vague little clicky hearts. I'll let you know I saw it, but I am being forced for an action, not forced, but I have been persuaded into an actual restful situation. Mother-in-law.
We said special guest. We didn't say evil guest. How rude.
No, I mean, because that would end in there being evidence, video evidence of an altercation that would likely occur, and I can't leave evidence behind. No, I wouldn't risk that. One of us wouldn't be leaving the video intact. So, all right, you guys, I should probably, he's on the phone, and I think he's got to go get Leah from work here pretty soon, and so I should probably get going because, like I said, don't want to reveal too much before the finale, and we've been on long enough. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and my camera woes. I do apologize. Watch your eyes. I'm going to turn off the light so you can see this without the light before we go. Maybe get a better view of it without the light board on. Anytime you did it already? I guess it's the bright light of my ring light. There we go. There you go, you guys. That's what we're looking at. Just tilt sideways. Tilt your head sideways. Take a look. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will see you very, very soon. Stay naughty. Bye. Bye, 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 bye.